What is up, gentlemen? How are you guys doing tonight? Welcome to Tuesday night.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Red Solo Cup in memory of Toby Keith.
Toby Keith, that's right.
Hey. Yeah,
Good call. If I had one, I would have used it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that was pretty sad news. I mean, he's only like 3 years older than me.
Right. I think he'd been battling stomach cancer for quite a few years.
Yeah.
What is with this? This is not what I was trying to get going here. I'm ruining the mood on the whole thing. My apologies to Mr. Keith on that.
That's all right, man. I don't think he'd care.
We go fishing, Wild Japan, relax. Good to see you guys.
Go.
We go fishing. I was wondering if you guys got swatted that night or something at your live stream. That was weird.
Yeah, well.
Can we get the backstory on that as like an exclusive for this live stream? We want to know what was going on.
Yeah, what is it?
I typed swatted with a question mark and then it went away. I was thinking, well, Grant knows. He's been there, done that.
Yeah, well, I wasn't paying attention, Janet, and I was talking about something, and I heard Ben say something about, well, I'll just leave it on the blank screen. You guys can chat. And I was like, what did I miss here?
Oh, so you missed it?
Yeah.
So the police came to their house.
Yeah, well, I seen he had posted a community post or something later.
But that was when he went away. He came back. He said he's going to put it on the blank screen and we could talk. And then he left again. And so after that, I knew it was probably done. So I went ahead and left after that.
Yeah. No, I know it was. We was watching TV. So I had you guys on the side, on the couch next to me. And we was watching TV. Because they're on Thursday nights and SVU and all that, Law and Order and all that.
Yeah. Ben, you know you got to get like decontaminated before you can come back to Texas and freaking California.
Hopefully catching some fish.
Yeah, you got some pretty stuff on it. Get yourself some Dungeness or something while you're there.
Yeah, don't get.
Could the person with the name that's not in English, could you type something in chat that we can call you in English? So we can say hi to you.
We say this all the time. What's your handle in Discord?
Yep.
You.
Yes.
You. What is your handle in Discord?
Wild Game Pursuit. What's up, man?
What's up, Brad?
Police were called to our house for a welfare check that someone called in as a joke. Oh my God.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't know.
He did get swatted.
That is swatted, probably. You said somebody called in as a joke, but that happened to Grant too, and it's happened to other folks. And doing a live stream.
Yeah, we've seen
somebody who doesn't like them calls in and typically says something about, I killed my wife and I'll kill anybody and blah blah blah, and then the cops show up and it's a very dangerous situation.
I actually filled out a Freedom of Information Act request form for the 911 call or for the police call recording.
Right.
And that's on that video that I put together along with the home security footage. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that somebody would do that to you guys.
Yeah, that is crazy.
For the record, anybody who is watching this, you're hearing what we're talking about after the fact, whatever the case may be, you're hearing us talking about this now, and you're thinking to yourself like, oh, this sounds like a funny joke or something like that. Just be aware when they do get you for that, like it is pretty hefty fines. We're talking about social media stuff like that. I'll pull up an article. There was a kid last week that got like, I don't know, he went to jail and got like $25,000 worth of fines for swatting someone. I'll pull up the article here.
I was going to say, more recently, they started passing laws. I think it was 2019 even. Can you guys believe it's been that long since it happened to me?
Wow.
It was like January of 19 when that happened.
Yeah, Ben, that would freak you out. Yeah. And it's dangerous. Especially early on when there wasn't a popular thing. Cops are responding to a potential domestic where somebody said they killed somebody. So they're going in there, guns ready, and here you are not knowing what the hell's going on. One false step, things can go wrong.
Right. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I knew it was something to that effect, but I wasn't quite 100% sure what had happened.
Yeah.
I'll pull this up real quick. This gentleman in California, so Ben, keep your eye out while you're there.
That gives me anxiety just thinking about it. Yeah, it's scary.
Right? I can't believe people are still doing that. It's like the Tide Pod thing. Like,
Yeah.
when are people just going to stop?
I haven't heard anybody do it in a while, so yeah, it's kind of surprising.
Yeah, I can imagine you're pretty freaked out, Ben. I would be too. So this gentleman right here, just a couple days ago, he's the one that got arrested. And let's see, so that's the direction he went with his, and he did all of that. They had a lot of law enforcement who went out there. We're kind of doing the Cliff's notes here on this. What? They don't have the specifics on it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Man, I don't blame you for pulling it down, Ben. Not one bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. What do you have in there? Like 10 people at the most?
Yeah.
I mean, that's... What are they hoping to gain out of that?
They do it for a laugh. They think it's funny. It gives them their 15 minutes on camera or whatever. You know, not necessarily on camera, but...
Some folks just are mean too, or jealous of what you've got or what you're doing, or you know.
Yeah.
It started with gamers.
Yeah.
Right. One gamer, oh, this guy, I hate this son of a gun. He's going live. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? That's where it all started with.
Well, yeah, they were actually killing people on video games, I guess. A little bit different than talking about fishing. I mean, was somebody upset that they were going to cut the trout regulation down to 3? Did they think it was Ben and Karen's fault or what?
Right? You're literally sitting there doing things like, for anybody who's watching you would think they'd be interested in fishing, right? I mean, they're not going to follow you if they're not interested in fishing. They're waiting for you to go live. You go live and they're like, oh man, this guy's going to help me with the fishing stuff that I'm going to be doing by, you know, helping me get better limitations and stuff, limits and bag possession limits and stuff on my trout. Let me swat that guy.
Yeah. Wild game pursuit. Yeah, that's crazy. What's going on with you?
Yeah, let's hear it. It's Confession Tuesday.
Ben got the fishing trip canceled because of weather. Yeah, it seemed California been getting pounded with rain.
Yeah, you're right in the middle of all that mess.
Yeah, that's true. Should have stayed in Texas, Ben. It's the good Lord letting you know you should have stayed in Texas.
There's a reason that whole exodus is happening, and where are they all going?
Yeah. There's an electric bill. Here, I'll put it up. You got it? Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
Electric bill last night on the website. And apparently my ex account info was still saved into the website. So I hit pay, check out it was hers, and instead just called me.
Oops.
I would have done that on purpose, I think.
Yeah. It's worth a laugh, you know, doing that once.
Not to her. All the cops tried to get him charged.
That stinks.
Yeah.
That does stink.
Oh, that's, yeah.
That's babies. I got one. Well, I don't. But my daughter, if you ain't been paying attention, my youngest is now pregnant. She lives on the other side of town from us, and her due date is Super Bowl Sunday. But the baby's real comfortable. Don't want to come out yet, so that's good. So the wife has already moved over there, so I'm a bachelor now. So me and the dog are hanging out. Audrey's over there, so when she goes into labor, of course, you can get her to the hospital. If it doesn't happen by Valentine's Day, then they're going to go in and they're going to induce her on Valentine's Day. So I might have a Valentine's baby, which I think would be cool.
Nice.
So next week, who knows what's going on? Don't know if Tuesday I'll be available for the show or not. It's all, we're flying by the seat of our pants. And it's up to a little girl who's not here yet.
You know, speaking of that, John, there's another one that we need to look at. We need to make a very minor celebration of the fact that you have only 331 days until you're retired, sir.
Minor my ass, baby. 11 months.
We're going to celebrate it every single time, man.
I'm down for that.
Counting days.
Yeah, me too.
And anybody else who is retiring or graduating or whatever it is you're doing, if you want to have some fun with that and jump in on it, let's talk in the Discord server. We can have some fun with that.
Maryland Outdoors, how you doing?
What's up, MD?
Hey, what's up, man?
Good to see you.
Yeah. Well, we didn't even talk about what anybody's been up to. We got excited about Ben's story. So go ahead, gentlemen. Grant, you want to start off? What you been up to?
I got all of my duck hunting stuff put up. The decoys are hung up in the attic of the barn, and the blind is off the boat. The foot-controlled trolling motor's put back on. It's ready to fish. So
Nice.
hopefully in the next couple days or so, we'll get out. Got a little bit of gardening. Got some weeding done in the raised beds, which wasn't too bad. And fed all the weeds to the chickens. They're doing good. We still got 6 healthy hens, and they slowed down on the eggs a little bit. We might get 5 one day and 1 or 2 the next. I think we got 3 today. So I think for winter time, I think that's doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's still pretty good, I'd say.
It sounds like a net positive. I don't think I could, like if you're pulling, 8 or 9 in a 2-3 day period, I think that's more than I would be eating. So
yeah, we've got 6, so we're hoping for 6 a day, and we could eat 6 a day between the 3 of us. We definitely could.
Yeah, definitely. So Stanley, what you been up to, man? We've seen the Cozumel video. If you haven't seen it, check it out when we're done here, folks.
I appreciate that. It's a little bit of an introduction. I'll say it's not, standard, but it's an introduction to the things we got coming up, and I'm working on editing the rest of those. Rachel is, she's already planning trip number 2 right now. She wants to go see whale sharks in May or June or something like that. So that's probably literally what she is doing right now, is sitting there and trying to find another trip back down there. Yeah.
Bye, Ben.
Hey, yeah, Ben, appreciate you, sir. Good luck. Be safe over there. But right now, I'm just kind of waiting for, the weather to do something for me here so that I can get out and do some kind of fishing. I'm waiting on Sheep's Head to start doing the Sheep's Head thing, or the water temperature to get to a point where we can maybe get out and get some pompano. It's just like, it's been like 30, 40 mile an hour winds here, man. It's really hard to get anything done when it's like that.
Mm-hmm. Been windy up here too. Weather, the temps aren't too bad. We're hitting the upper 60s.
Yeah.
The wind has just been whipping. Today, I think, is the nicest day I've seen in probably a week.
Yeah, I agree.
Nice.
15 hands. Woo. That's a lot of chickens.
I'm envious. I did start the garden a little bit. I've been over the winter. I got a bunch of them little cardboard pots, and every time my brother did this, and Grant, I'm not going to lie, like, I'm envious of everything that you do. So you guys are kind of my inspiration on this. Every time we eat something like a salad or whatever the case may be, I don't know, I'm taking the seeds from our jalapenos and tomatoes and peppers and everything that we do, and I've been planting those. And, it's from the grocery store, so those seeds don't do quite as well, but I have managed to get some plants going from them. And I'm hoping that I can use that. I got about a dozen tomato plants going. I've got probably 30 or 40 bell peppers. And now I need to bulk up on the jalapenos. But I got a decent little starter garden going. Nice. I'm hoping that it works well in spring.
Yeah, I wish I had started some citrus plants, lime, lemon, some orange, stuff like that. But we're not going to be in this house maybe 4 more years. So not worth doing now. Yeah.
I'd say if you got if some of those seeds were heirloom seeds, you have a good chance of getting some decent production out of them. But you never know. They say if it's maybe GMO or something, won't be true to whatever it was. Like it could have been a nice big tomato that you took it out of, but it might only grow cherry tomatoes.
Yeah,
Could have been a nice big bell pepper, and then it only grow little red cherry bombs, peppers.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, if the plant's doing good, hopefully you get some fruit from it.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see. Historically, my issue is like, when I'm going to be growing stuff, and the idea being I want to, supplement like the food we have coming in. I want it to be like, fresh and not, what I mean? Just not the worst stuff. I want to be able to have some kind of like, I was able to supplement our food with something I was able to grow. And it's really like, I could say that all day long if I'm spending, $15 on a tomato plant and I'm planting that into a $15 planter and I get 2 harvests of tomatoes out of it. It's not quite the same, what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually did do that over the weekend. Went through all my seeds, got them in alphabetical order, figured out what I don't need to buy any more of, because I definitely don't need to buy any. That's what I told Janet. Don't let me buy any seeds.
He's a seed addict.
Right.
Way too many. So I could send you some if you need some seeds, Stanley.
Pigs, that'd be cool.
You know what, Grant? I will hit you up on that, but let me get better at it before I start doing it, because I can probably ruin a lot of what I got going on a few times over before I get it.
I was watching, this was many moons ago, probably 10 years ago on YouTube. I was following this couple that were raising pigs, right? And their plan, they bought 2 pigs, right? They had a shelter for them they had to build, and they did all the math on it and all the feed. And then when they got them old enough to slaughter, they sold one. And their plan was that was going to pay for their pig and everything they did. And I think it turned out that it did. Now, this was, again, 10 years ago, but I was like, that's pretty neat. I was all intrigued. Like, I want a pig. And I'm looking in my backyard. I'm like, wait a minute. I live in the city. I can't have a pig.
What if it's like a potbelly pig?
Yeah, but you're not going to eat that.
Why not?
Pets.
Oh, they're tasty pets.
I don't know anybody who eats them.
I think that's how you get around it here. You've got to name it. If it's got a name, then it's not livestock. It's a pet.
You know what's funny about that? We used to trap hogs when I was younger, when growing up, then living in my parents' house, the log cabin out where they're at. And so we would trap hogs. And this one time we trapped a mother that had all the little baby, the little piglets. So we got all of them, and we went and caught them, and we threw them in this pen that we had back there. And same thing, we were going to sit there and raise them, and this was going to be like dinner, like multiple times over. And I don't know if there was a rule on that or not, because we were out in the country, but the names of all of them were breakfast, sausage, lunch. They all pork chop, and they were all named after food.
Nice,
just like that.
Yep. Bacon and ham, exactly right.
People get 2 turkeys, and one's Christmas and one's Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. What's up, Farmall?
Hey, Farmall. Let's see here.
He's got 20 hens and 3 roos. MD's got 140 acres. Heck yeah, I'd have a couple cows for sure. Some goats.
Yeah.
Probably a donkey or 2. And
Yeah.
Maybe
140 acres, man. Super envious of that. I'd be doing all kinds of fun stuff with that. I'd have a pond, some crappie in there.
Gunpoint Llama, good to see you.
What's up, Gunpoint? He is, by the way, hey, give this gentleman a pat on the back and a congratulations. He is the newest moderator of the Discord server. Welcome, sir.
Oh, shit.
Appreciate
Welcome
everything
aboard.
that you do.
Farmall says lamb.
There are a few farmers around here that have sheep or lamb. There's a couple. Just moved here. Are you still in Maryland? I didn't think Maryland was that big.
Yeah,
140 acres big.
I bet that is the most beautiful 140 acres. I see 140 acres for sale down here, and it's like they ran a horse on it. It's 140 acres of dirt road.
And won $1 million for it.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. Yep, I think I'd be doing lamb too. Goats. We do goats down here. I like that.
Yeah, my grandpa raised goats in Mississippi. I remember people coming and buying them. He'd hang them up, gut them right there in the barn, and they'd take them
goats.
Cabrito. Yes, sir. Yeah, you can't have a celebration down here. If you have somebody's, like, your kid's first birthday party or their quinceañera or their marriage, there's going to be a goat somewhere involved in that cabrito. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be the best party you ever forgot, like you ever never remembered. Appreciate you, sir. No worries at all.
Yeah. Glad you can make it.
Dude, that would be interesting.
Goat hunting in Hawaii.
So I can see exactly how this goes down. You're goat hunting in Hawaii, so I assume you have to have a feeder that spits out cars or picnic tables or something that they like to eat, right? Like clothing on a clothesline.
I bet. I'd be out there with I have to be out there with a shovel. I had 140 acres. It'd be hard not to dig a pond of some sort.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, you got a little bit, your terrain is a little bit different than what I am accustomed to.
Don't need a fishing license in Thailand, huh?
Wow, really? That's interesting. I don't recall, I never had to get a fishing license in Mexico.
Do you know if you need a fishing license?
Right. You're just fishing illegally, that's all.
Right.
Well, when we went on that fishing on charter in Mexico, we didn't have to get a license.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times now. Now they have rules about you're not to fish on the reef. I learned about that third hand, hearing about a story about a guy, but yeah, you're not supposed to do that. But yeah, I've never had to have a fishing license. Been fishing there a couple times now.
Fishing without a boat. It's been a minute.
Yeah, what's up, man?
It's a good party right there, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been doing any fishing, man? Have you been out there doing anything? Like, I know the beach conditions suck. I guess what I'm really asking is, are you suffering from the same beach issues that the rest of us are?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing anything from Danny in like over a month on Facebook.
Been a minute.
Oh, MD Outdoors. You think it's bad now? Just wait. It's 2024. Things are about to get fun. That's all I gotta say about it.
Not only do you need a license in Iowa, you need a trout stamp to fish. Yeah. There's a lot of places like that now. In Florida, you fish saltwater or freshwater. Saltwater, you have to have a certain tag for pelagic fish, a certain thing for reef fish. It's like, oh, if you want Chinook, that's a separate thing. It's like, golly. Here in Texas, it's very much saltwater or freshwater.
Yeah. And then a couple species need a tag, and a couple species have weird requirements, and that's about it.
Yeah, and speaking of that's kind of our topic for tonight on the thumbnail.
Oh yeah, we haven't even brought that up yet.
So we talked about that a little bit at the beginning. If you missed that, it's worth a little bit of a checking in, whatever, on the replay. But yeah, so one of the things that we're talking about is when you're going out there, like, you've got to have your license. You've got to be following the rules. You've got to be doing everything, possession limits, everything like that. Man, be very careful about what you post on social media.
Yeah,
we were talking about swatting earlier, but everybody here knows a story or has heard a story or has heard a thing from somebody who has had to deal with issues to where the obvious is out there, right? Where somebody, we've talked about it in the past, somebody kills a buck illegally and they post it on Facebook and they get arrested.
Right.
But just because you're keeping it legal doesn't mean that you're not also going to be under scrutiny from time to time.
Yeah, I know. We've got, so our area code, our primary area code here is 210, and there's 210 Fishing is a Facebook page that's been around for several years now, probably 10 years at least, maybe more. And about 5 years into it, people started realizing that Texas Parks and Wildlife folks were watching, I guess not just that Facebook page, but monitor a lot of those for violations, right? Because people are posting their pictures and all that. Look at these flounder we just caught in, December 3rd or whatever. And so, yeah, the word got out pretty quick. Hey, keep it clean or don't post it.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, that's a big deal. I think, I guess on a personal page, it's not as a big of a deal, but because you might not be friends with the game warden, but
people can still share it if they see it.
Right.
You're posting it. You know what I mean? Like it's out there, and it can sit there for literally. It can sit there for like 5 years.
You can delete
and
stuff.
It's just evidence.
Yeah. I'm in a waterfowl group, and there was a video I think yesterday, and some guys running through some ducks with their motor in a boat, just blasting away at ducks. And immediately, it's like they can't be in America posting that. And sure enough, going to the comments, it's like, oh yeah, I'm in Afghanistan.
Yeah, exactly right. You're leaving a digital footprint, and it's such a different day and age with that stuff too. Like, I don't want to like go off on a tangent with this because there's still more to the core foundation of this conversation to be had. But not only are you dealing with authorities, you have that whole weird cancel culture thing that happens. And, like personally, I'm like, if my Twitter account gets shut down because of cancel culture, it's like, whatever. It's a Twitter account. Who cares? I don't have a Twitter account. Like I'm not doing any social media anymore. So that's, you can understand where my feelings are on that now. But if it's something important, like not even important, that stuff can come into your life and affect it. It can end up on your boss's desk. The cancel culture people, that whole thing that can happen out there, man, that can really it can get to you in ways that extend beyond just ruining your BS Twitter account.
Yep. There's a big one. I guess it's still going on in Virginia. They call it the Hollywood cemetery buck. Big monster rack on this buck. Guy claims he killed 10 miles away from this cemetery that people see it in every night. And so, he's posting pictures on social media, this nice buck that everybody's used to seeing in the cemetery every night. So it's under investigation.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, David Martin? Surviving Jay?
Hey, Surviving Jay, what's going on, man? How are you doing? How's 2024 treating you?
All right.
Bikinis.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We don't need to pull that comment up just to keep things, whatever, keep them what they are for the exact reasons that we're talking about here. But he's referring to, it's an issue that he and I shared. Both had issues where, doing what we're doing. I'll refer to mine. So, we've had issues where on the YouTube channel, dude, you know what it is. Like, we're a small group. We're a nice community here and everything like that. It's not like we get really out there that much. However, things have happened to where people see stuff on the YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And I get threatening comments about stuff from time to time. I just ridiculous stuff like this. He's referring to one that we just I don't want to get into, but same thing. It just gets dumb sometimes. Three-quarters of your life was on the phone that got lost to the jetty. that sucks, but I feel like it's probably the best quarter of your life. It is, yeah. So Ben saying, seriously though, this is such a tough thing to navigate, and it is. There are things that I specifically want to refer to, things that we have. So I'll refer to one specifically because it's so hard to talk about some of these other ones because it's stuff that it's like I dealt with it, and I don't want it to come back and bite me in the ass all over again just because I talked about it.
Yes, ma'am.
In the live stream. Yeah, but so. We had one where I did a snapper fishing video. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago now. And if you're aware of like the stuff that I do, it can take me like a month to edit a video. It can take me, a month to edit it, and then a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks to get it out the door. It's not uncommon for it to take 6 weeks for me to get a video from start to finish. And I did a snapper video. And if you're not familiar, like people are really, really strict on the rules for snapper in Texas. When I posted the video, like I filmed it completely legal, but when we published it, it was after snapper season. And I had 3 or 4 comments on that video where people were flipping their lid. Like I got cussed out. I got, no explanation was acceptable. It didn't matter. Thankfully, the timestamp on the stuff that I had, prevents any legal issues.
Right.
But those comments are still available on that YouTube video to this day. If somebody goes into the comments on that video, they will see the things that people were talking about. And it's like, how do I defend myself from that in that circumstance?
There's plenty of YouTubers that post videos months later. I see, like I just said, half of November and December, there's no flounder fishing, and there'll be videos posted flounder fishing in that time frame. But it doesn't mean they just went and floundered fish. That's when they posted the video, So
Yep.
If you want to be a detective on that kind of stuff, just go down there and shoot pictures and videos of people fishing and do it that way, I guess, because you can't rely on when a video is posted. You don't know when it was actually shot.
Yeah. And that's the problem, though, is that a lot of this stuff a lot of times stuff like this erupts from just someone who's just a punk.
An a-hole.
Yeah, he decides to run his mouth. And man, you just don't know when somebody just running their mouth these days could affect, if somebody ran their mouth about something and that snapper stuff, if that really got out of control, that would affect my job. Despite being entirely legal, there are ramifications that could have an impact on my employment as a result.
I've deleted 2 comments since I've been in Facebook, which was like since 2010. And they were both somebody just verbally abusing somebody in a comment. Mm-hmm. Those get deleted and blocked and never come back again.
Yeah, the spam comments, like,
yeah,
hey, I've just subscribed. Come subscribe to my channel or something.
The ones come to this website and it's,
Yeah, the sex.
I will.
Yeah.
I very rarely will delete a comment. I'll delete the spam ones. I'll delete stuff that's complete nonsense. But if somebody is calling me out for something, even if they are completely wrong, now I might say something snide, and I might be I might try to come up with a joke afterwards, and I might take 2 or 3 days to figure out just a really funny joke to respond to their snide comment. But I also use the comments to keep myself in check. And so if somebody says something where they're calling me out for doing something wrong, even if I think that they're wrong, I leave it on there to, keep myself in check.
Right. I like it.
What I have to really break this apart. What is going on?
Sounds like
two-size schnook. Now, the first thing is it'd have to be really small to know from a video that it's actually undersized, because I'm sure the fish is filleted and gone now. So it wasn't like cops go to their house and let's see that schnook. That's in my belly.
Yeah.
So now if it's really undersized, it's obvious, then yeah, maybe they could pursue it.
Why the McDonald's bathroom?
That's so stupid.
I
Look, it says 2 teens. There's your answer.
Right.
the thing about this is like the McDonald's bathroom. Like I can almost
Best
even
sanitation around.
why not a Whataburger bathroom? I can understand and accept the Whataburger bathroom, but McDonald's, what are millennials, man? That's all I got to say.
Bucky's bathroom, then it's really
Yes, a Bucky's bathroom. McDonald's, get out of here with that. And then and then posting it on TikTok because icing on the cake.
Yeah. Sometimes you do something, you're like, oh shoot, that shouldn't be out there.
Oh, I got called out one time for driving recklessly and speeding on Padre Island because I had all my footage of like the camera down by the tire and doing all that whole thing that I was doing, and I sped it up to make it look better. They told me I'm the problem with Padre Island because I'm one of those guys that's driving 60 down the beach.
Hey, Dan, you shouldn't even post that kind of stuff. I'm glad you deleted it.
Well, they were doing was trying to help you out, man.
They had the comment earlier about bikinis. I was wondering how many comments they had about their 3-year review video with the thumbnail in the bikini, but he was the one talking the whole time. He wasn't wearing a bikini.
Isn't that called? What's that called?
It's clickbait.
False advertisement.
Yeah, bait and switch.
The bait and switch. What's he saying here? There's a way to mute people without them knowing they put. Oh yeah, what's funny is YouTube will do that automatically. Where if you go about if you go leaving a bunch of comments, for example, on 100 different videos, hey, come check out my video. The first couple will slip through, but then especially if you actually copy and paste that comment, then YouTube just starts they let you post it, but it never actually gets shown. The creator doesn't even see it. It goes to their spam comment filter. So you're completely wasting your time. Yeah, you can do that too. You can mute them. If there's somebody, if you catch it before YouTube does. What is this? I had someone post a heads up to me about someone using my unaltered content. I had to do a takedown request. So in my experience, most comments are helpful. And you're right about that. 90% of them.
Yeah.
And actually, even some of the quote unquote negative ones, if somebody's calling me out for something, I get called out a lot for music in videos. And if anybody has any insight on that feedback, I would really like to hear it because personally, I don't know where to go with this, but I get a lot of comments, people telling me that I need to back off on the music. And they can be a little bit mean about it from time to time. And I'm like, man, I really appreciate that feedback. I thank you for the time that you're spending on that because anything you can do to help me as a creator, dude, thank you. It's
one of my biggest pet peeves as a YouTube watcher, which I watch a ton of YouTube, is when a video, their audio is at one level, and then all of a sudden they're having some music play for a B-roll or something, and it's real loud, and it's like, God, let me turn this damn thing down.
Yeah, I know I've done that.
The same audio level as the whole show.
Yeah.
I did the video for, I think it was the Boot People, and I let them review it first, and they came back and asked me to turn down the audio of some of the music I had on it. I was like, yeah, you're right. I had it louder than I usually do.
Yeah, I haven't added music to a video in a long time.
I just did today. You guys will be seeing the video tomorrow.
Are you gonna be rocking out, or is it gonna be some chill jazz?
It's different for me. It's something I've never used music-wise, but it fits, I think.
Dance pop? Is it gonna be, what's that? Is it K-pop?
It's disco.
Awesome. I can handle disco. So funny story on this. A couple years ago, I did a video where we were bass fishing at this pond, and my dad is this is where I get it from. He's a complete meat eater. He eats everything. And we go to this pond. We were staying for like this family get together, and we were doing a bunch of fishing and had a couple of drinks. We go to this fishing pond, and there's like 3 houses on it. It's on a golf course, but there's 3 houses on the other side of it. And we go fishing this pond, and I'm just like, I just want to catch some bass. I want to get it on camera, get a video, and then I'm going to go celebrate. And we're fishing around the pond, my brother and I, and we come back to my dad, and he's got 3 bass all piled up on the bank, like we're going to eat them. And I'm like, well, we ended up eating them, so I didn't argue that hard. But so the thought on this is the reason they don't allow you to keep some of the fish is the same reason that my dad should not have been keeping the fish out of that pond. It might be pets. There might be, people have these bass in there, like they want to fish. They want their kids to learn fishing, play with the fish in the pond,
catch and release,
but then release them so that they can do it again in the future.
Yeah.
Or they paid for the fish, or if it's theirs, they can do whatever they want.
Managing a population, there's certain fish they don't want taken out.
Right. And some people don't know you're supposed to take out certain species. You're supposed to take out so many pounds per year.
Yeah.
Some people just don't know.
Exactly right. That's one we dealt with too.
Yes, ma'am. Sometime when we have a little more time, ask Stanley about that comment. Yes, ma'am.
That's right. You know what? I can address that. For like 2 years, I was not allowed to say ma'am for 2 years. I got called out for it because it was a derogatory term towards women.
Yeah, some Karen. And then she kept calling him out, and then she contacted the people he was working with.
Yeah, they called my job, and they and threatened me because I was talking bad about women because I called her ma'am. And it was to the extent where we were doing a live stream. And so, it had happened prior, whatever, but then we were live streaming, and it was like 15 minutes into the live stream, I had said it completely unrelated to anything else, and got a call while I was in the middle of live streaming from work where they were like, she was watching your live stream.
And I wanted the next time we did a live stream together to all say ma'am like every 5 minutes. Screw her.
Oh man, you think, dude, what's gonna be funny is like, what if I get a phone call? I got my phone right next to it. Let's see if I get a phone call now 3 years later.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, please back off. Let me have my moment.
Outdoors Fishing Dream, you're talking to 3 people who do not kayak, right? But there are people in the chat that kayak. Danny
Baker, Fishing Without a Boat's our boy on that.
Yep. So hopefully they chime in and give you some advice. But yeah, I'm a boat or shoreline person myself.
Yeah, I would say just go out in it and get comfortable paddling.
Small water first.
Yeah.
Be able to fall out of it and get back in it.
Know your limitations.
Practice.
Yeah.
Keeping fishes.
Wear a life jacket.
All right, I'll accept that. I'm fine with that.
Keeping fishing for poor people. Or people who like the taste of fish.
Yeah, I like that, dude. Yeah.
If you're fishing, you're probably not too poor. Everybody makes that argument that I only fish because I have to feed my family. Yeah, but how much did the fishing gear cost?
With their Shimano Sedona,
the truck,
kayak with the pedal drive.
Terrible argument. Unless they're out there with the cane pole, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, dude, MD, that really happened for 2 years. I wasn't allowed to say that. I'm probably still like that's probably like we're gonna see if that's actually a thing. I don't know, but the person who the supervisor that was responsible for talking to me about that stuff is no longer my supervisor. So if it does happen, it's an issue again. Gonna be a new supervisor, new write-up. Like I can weather the storm on that.
Hey, well, Japan, some of that stuff's okay. You don't have to edit everything.
That's awesome.
But I had to do some gonging and audio deletions. This video that I put together from a Florida fishing trip. It happens.
I kind of give myself one per video because I just don't like editing them out. They're time consuming, but I'll do it once because I still laugh at the beeps.
Yeah. I got a air horn.
I was watching yours. Was that yesterday? And you said MFer, and Janet's like, "Did he just say MFer?" I was like, "Yeah."
That was my one. I really emphasized it too, and I'm actually like I was on the fence about whether or not I should post that or not. I told you guys in a previous one I let one slip in an actual video, and I had a mom who left a comment on a video, and she was like, "I am so disappointed. We sit down on the couch with the family and we watch your videos with the kids, and we've been watching your videos for a year now." And I just can't believe that you did that. This is not what we subscribed for. And I made a very sincere apology. I said, I will never do that again. And you won't. You won't hear me actually cuss in a video. At the same time, I feel like bleeping one out per video, like I kind of feel like I got to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
We're grown. It's part of the world now.
Yeah.
Are we going to look at some pictures here pretty soon?
And it's that time. We can bring them up. How do you guys in the chat feel about that? Y'all ready to look at some pictures?
Sounds
yeah,
good.
let's look. I want to see what people have been up to.
I mean, fishing's cheap related to, say, if you wanted to take your kids to the Super Bowl this weekend.
Well, yeah, that would be the difference.
Great. All right, so we're going to be taking a look at the photos of the week. This is brought to you by the Premier Fishing and Hunting Discord server. There is a link in the description of this video down below. Come and join us, have some fun, show us your pictures, and get up here so that we can add you to the list, see what you're doing. That way we can vicariously enjoy a little outdoors time with you. Starting off this week is, of course, those individuals who just went and got themselves outdoors and got some fresh air. And thank you for sharing those times with us, guys. Relax, Grant, Wild Japan Banana, Big Hit Savage. Appreciate you guys.
Grant, I gotta say, you matched that quality of that photo. You're right up there with Wild Japan and everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
It was a beautiful evening. I did get some video. Of course, we never fired a shot. Never had anything down in there low but ducks, man. We had, of course, duck season's over. That picture was February 1st, so that was 2 days after duck season. There was ducks swimming 10 feet from us right when we were getting ready to leave at dark.
Nice.
That's a great picture.
Yeah, it was fun. We did have some big groups of snow geese up high. And then the guy that invited me to go, he actually he went yesterday and had two big tundra swans fly 10 yards and land 20 yards from him.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful video.
Wonder how they taste.
Can't eat them here. I think there's a few states. I know North Carolina you can shoot a swan, but
wow,
you can't shoot them here. But yeah, it was nice to be out. It was a beautiful evening. So that cotton candy sunset.
Speaking of sunsets, we got a few more people here who managed to enjoy one. We got one more from Relax, and then we got Dark and G Llama getting out there into the sun. Oh, I got a text message. Nope, didn't get in trouble. I can go ahead and bring up our faces again now because I'm not getting the call. So yeah, more sunsets. We need more of this and sunrises. We do not get enough sunrises here. Let's take a look at some fish now. We've got
nice
EVR and banana.
A lot of trout.
We're going to see some trout here in a minute. They were tearing them up this week.
That's a big old bluegill down there too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm ready to go catch some bluegill and some crappie and eat them.
Mm-hmm.
I am in on that one. I say that like I'll take whiting all day long right now.
I like that Karen-free zone.
Yeah. Next up, we got Channel Cats. He just had a day of it just on his own.
Dang.
Talking about trout. What is that called? That one on the left?
I think that's a brown trout, is it? Or a brook? One or the other. I think it's a brown trout, though.
Really? That's gorgeous for a brown trout.
I'd call it a tiger trout or something.
Yeah, I thought that was like a tiger.
I don't
know. But... It's a gorgeous shot, though. I want some of those. I can just imagine that thing tastes buttery.
Yeah, but they say it about men too. So,
well, her name's Karen, so we've got to come up with something else. Like
that's such a bummer.
Karen free zone unless she fishes or something to that effect.
You need something like. You know, seriously, your wife, like she needs a shirt that says like hashtag ultimate Karen or anti-Karen. I don't know, like she deserves something because I know, like, yeah, she catches flack for that, and that's unfair and unfortunate.
How you doing, Kayla? Hey. It's my oldest daughter.
Not the one that's pregnant.
No, this is the one that's up in Connecticut.
Appreciate you coming and joining us.
Yes.
Yep, good to see you.
Yeah, I see that as some merch opportunity, Karen.
I agree.
Oh, you might as well. Man. We got
a couple nice fish.
Perch, we got speckled trout, we got bass. We got a snapper over there.
Big old mangrove.
Is that a mutton?
Oh, it might be a mutton. All snapper is snapper to me. There's so many different weird names for them.
Yeah,
it's confusing.
The only thing is they have different size limits for the different ones.
Mm-hmm.
Ultra Karen.
And I got to give credit out to Eagle, Exel, however you pronounce the name there. A bass and a speckled trout. That's a good week, man.
Yeah. So
I don't care if they're small. That's a good week.
Yep.
Options for the Karen t-shirt. I like this. We have Niga Karen. We have Ultra Karen. We might have to do a vote on this in the next episode.
Look down.
Yeah, look down. Yo, those are really good eating.
A couple crappie. A little bass. I think I caught a smaller bass than that when I was in Florida.
Oh, they had a whole thing in the server about all of the different smaller bass that everybody had been catching. They're actually making jokes about that.
Mine was puny.
Nice crappie.
Yeah, look down. They're a neat looking fish.
Yeah.
They got another name, moonfish or something like that, right?
Yeah, I think that's the other name for them, right? Moonfish. We always called them look downs. Yeah, that's called a look down or a moonfish. I think moonfish is another option on that. Next up, check this dude out, Silver Stripe. So there was a couple of people who were just absolutely tearing it up the last couple of weeks. Silver Stripe's one of them. I don't even remember which, but one of these is his first largemouth bass. He's got all kinds of stuff all across the board here, just tearing it up.
Nice. You got a couple largemouths in there. Got a smallmouth, and it looks like he's eating the face off of one.
Gotta kiss the fish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's doing a little more than kissing on that.
He's getting into it. He's invested in it.
Nice fish. Way to get out there. Wear him out.
I like this. Super Saiyan Karen. I'm good with that.
Yeah, he did some fishing.
Yeah, actually, so this gentleman and the next gentleman we're going to be pulling up in just a second here. So, guys, man, there was just no way I could fit all your pictures on here. I tried. I did what I could. Keep doing what you're doing, because when I have to leave pictures off of the books, you're really tearing it up. Ultra Instinct Karen.
All right, that looks like some kind of grunt or I don't know what.
Australia.
Salt out of Australia. Yeah. So he's the one. I think when we were talking last time, he was getting like corgis and stuff. Looked like a difference between a mix between a perch and a sheep's head.
Yeah, crazy looking.
Mm-hmm.
He's bringing home bags of them.
Wow.
Right.
They must eat good.
Yeah. Only one way to find out. We're gonna have to go get some. Oh, bream. Yeah, that's what he was calling them, bream.
Brim?
Yeah.
We call a lot of little like bluegill. So like when I was in North Carolina, they called all the little fish perch like they do here in Texas. They called them all brim.
Yeah, that's what my cousins in Memphis. That's what they are. The bluegill, pumpkin seed, red ear, they're all brim.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And to me, they're all bluegill.
Yeah.
They're all perch.
Yep. It's like soda, pop, Coke.
Yep.
You know, what do you say?
Cola.
But this was the other one. Big Hit Savage. Dude, again, there was no way I could physically fit all of this guy's pictures on one screen. I think he was fishing like every single day.
Almost all of them are bass, so it looks like there's a tilapia or something up there.
Yeah. You got some
brim.
bluegills. You got that little, whatever that is, the top left-hand corner.
Looks like a shad almost.
Little shad.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice.
And that is fair. Yeah, so I think that's a fair comment. If the tongue looks like it is in any way potentially engaged with fish, I have to call foul.
I agree.
I accept.
Yeah,
like I would pass that.
I agree.
It's nice.
Unless it's cooked and you're putting it in your mouth, that's different.
True. I don't know. Some of y'all like to eat it raw.
Well, that too, but not the whole fish still alive. Face first.
It's not like my sushi is like fish lips on the sushi.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, big ugly.
Here we go. B&O. Bino. That is a hog, man.
Yeah, nice big black drum.
And I really have to give some credit to B&O here for like having fun with the photos. We're talking about the whole social media
Catching the
thing.
face. I just noticed that. That's hilarious.
We need more of that. We need more of that in this world, like getting out there and having some fun with it. Taking
That
good
is
photos.
hilarious. Yeah, he gets extra points for that.
Yeah,
Yep.
he does. Hey, you know what else he gets? He gets to get into the finals today for the photographer of the week. So it is that time. We need to pick who is going to be the winner. Our options to be joining us on the 2024 Wall of Fame are going to be B&O, Silver Sprite, and Channel Cats. Guys, let us know in the chat right now, who do we need to add to the 2024 Wall of Fame?
This is only because of his other picture. I'm going with B&O. It was based solely on the fish. It might be the trout. I do like having the angler in the picture. So
I
B
agree.
is a great picture with a small mouth. You can't lose with any one of those three.
Yeah.
Everybody's liking B&O.
Yeah. I gotta go with B just for the mullet. I mean, it's.
I can't argue with that.
I wasn't going to say anything.
You know, you could vote for B and C. There's no problems with that. These guys are getting out there. They're making beautiful catches. They're taking good photos. They are absolutely representative of everything that we're looking for here. I did cast my vote for B&O just because of the, he's out there. He's not just doing it and getting the fresh air. He's having fun with it. He's making mega catches. That's the biggest fish of the week. Gets my vote on that one.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Can't argue against any of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea for some fish face picture contest.
I like that, yeah. Who looks most like their fish?
He was apologizing for that. He's like, don't make fun of me for like the funny face photos.
Oh,
I
no,
was
that
like,
was
no
awesome.
way. Make fun of you? That is awesome, and we need more of that.
Yeah.
That's personality.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. 5.
How we're doing here? We're at the end of the hour already.
This is it. It's 5-3 right now. Does anybody else have a dissenting vote they want to cast? Throw this off. You got about 20 seconds. Because right now, B&O is the winner. He's running with it 5-3. Does anybody else have their last vote to cast?
Yeah, looks like we've got one more. Oh, we dropped one. It looks like all 9 people have voted.
All right.
Got it.
Go then.
Sounds good. B&O, congratulations on your win, sir. We appreciate everything that you're doing. Gentlemen, all you guys, Silver Sprite, Channel Cats, you guys are awesome. We really appreciate you contributing.
Stanley,
Keep them coming.
I got one request.
What you got?
Put B&O's picture with the face when you put them on the wall. That's my
That one
only
needs to be on the
request.
Wall of Fame?
I
Okay.
think
I
so.
like it. I like it.
Yeah.
You got it. I'm all about that.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe we could have one little section with the hashtag fish face in the foreground.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh, that would be good.
And get some more fish face winners.
Okay. We'll do that. We will add a section specifically for Fish Face to try to see if we can't drum up some more people doing that.
Cool. All right. That's it.
That is it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really, really appreciate it. We cannot wait to see all of the amazing things that you are going to be doing this weekend. Please join us in the Discord server. Share your experiences with us for those of us who are not able to get out and enjoy the times that you are. And we look forward to seeing everything that you are doing this weekend next Tuesday when we do it all again. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a great night, guys.
Peace out.
Good night.